Welcome, Solex Nation. We have a couple of announcements, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. So first, do you want to talk about what's ending this week?
Yes, this week, the 50-cent new QLA enrollment membership fee ends. We're sad about that, but it was a promotion. We can't do it forever because starting a business costs some real money, but 50 cents for you until the end of the month. How about that?
And what does it change back to? On
August 1st, it'll go back to $49 for enrollment. So, I mean, maybe even reinvest that money into some Ionics Gold or negative ion bracelets or something like that, right?
Well, so the deal is August 1st, it does change. It goes back to $49. So if you have anyone that's been thinking about signing up, now's the time. Just remind them that it's 50 cents now until August 1st. Speaking of August 1st, we do have another thing that's changing, another price that's changing. Yeah. Our Dave Discovery tickets, right now they are $150, and that is good until July 31st, and that price will also increase August 1st.
Yes, August 1st. So come to Dave Discovery. We're so excited. We still have signups coming in every day.
We do.
So we are incredible. This is a crunch time. We hit August. It is crunch time on our end to get ready for you to be here, and it's going to be kind of a hair on fire moment where we're all running around trying to get things done to make sure that we have everything just as best it can
perfect.
Be. Yeah.
We have some amazing trainings and other surprises that we're excited to have you here for. So go get your tickets now before August 1st. They go up August 1st. Okay, let's talk about Loran's Facebook Live.
Yes. Way better than his Wombo.
Right? So,
although I am a little partial.
I love his Wombo.
To his Wombo.
Yes. So it was his first Facebook Live. We think he did a wonderful job. He kind of toured the office. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It is on our private page. It's our Solex AO Scan official. We did do a little contest, though, for those of you who made a comment either during the live or just after. And we have all your names in here. And so we're going to do a drawing for, is it free insoles?
It's insoles. Solex branded insoles. Yes. That's what we're giving away. Negative ion, Cybin, and black tourmaline insoles.
Awesome. Yes. So do you want to draw it?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Let me mix it around. Don't want to look at anyone's name.
All right, here we go. Connie Houlihan. Connie, congratulations. New set of insoles are yours. We're going to send them out to you. Thanks for commenting on the live, the Facebook Live. It was fun. Yeah. I think I did like half the comments for a while. I'm not in this drawing, just so you guys
Connie
know.
Congrats,
there was something else though, and just to, if you haven't seen it, go check out what Loran says about getting an AO scan or Solex license plate. I think that is worth the effort. How about that? I'll put it that way.
I agree with you. We already had several people who have emailed us or messaged us to let us know that their license plates are on the way, either an AO scan license plate or a Solex license plate. So we're excited to see them start coming in, all those pictures.
Yep, I'm in that pool. Although I'm not getting any freebies on this one, I do have my plate coming for the state of Utah. So
you do.
We'll see how things go.
That's awesome. All right, so now let's talk about our top enrollers. We're going to actually do things a little bit differently. We have a contest going for the month of July. We've been talking about it every week. Yep. The top enroller for the whole month of July will get the airfare and the 2 nights in a hotel for the Day of Discovery in September. So while we're being very careful about the order, we don't want anyone to know who's the top. It is a tight race, though. It is.
It is a very tight race.
Yes.
There's only like 1 or 2 or 3 separating so many people.
Yeah, it's true. So we're going to read the top for the week, and then we're going to go ahead and tell you who's still in the running for the entire month. For the week of July 19th through the 26th, the top enrollers are Nedra Blitz,
Joseph Flores,
Julie Malili,
Sheila Seppi,
Petrina Toronto,
Delmer Varga,
Julie Winkler,
Jessica Zevallos. I've said that name a few times.
The top enrollers for the month of July so far are
Nedra Blitz,
Deva Butkunis,
Amy Fitcher,
Joseph Flores,
Victoria Gallery,
Janie Gonzalez Shattuck,
George Grant,
Connie Houlihan,
Julie Malili,
Patrina Toronto.
Karen Urbanek.
Julie Winkler.
David Witherspoon.
Jessica Zevallos. There are quite a few on that list still in it.
Yes, there are. That's a good list.
That's a good list.
But I think it is really important, though. So we also know the numbers behind those names, and there really is a tight race. I mean, plenty of those are ties.
Yes.
Right?
It's
and
true.
So we're just a few in between those. And if you're not even on the list, I'm telling you, you have a great week this week. You could skyrocket right to the top and earn those tickets and that 2-night stay in the hotel.
There is one person on that list who has only been a Q since the beginning of July.
Wow.
And she's on the list.
Wow.
So it is possible. So take advantage of that 50-cent enrollment in the next week and get on this list, right?
Yep, that's the way to do it.
Do you want to tell us who's coming next?
Okay, Deb Durfey is going to talk to us next. We love Deb around the office. She just does a fantastic job on all fronts. But she is so skilled and so experienced and just a pleasant person to be around. We hope you like what she has to say.
Hi, it's good to be back with you guys. Hey, we have had a lot of questions coming in through customer support that I just wanted to address here on this call. First off, a lot of you have been calling in about PayQuicker, asking questions about how I get paid. PayQuicker is a financial institute separate from Solex, so if you have any questions about PayQuicker and your account there, please contact PayQuicker. Their phone number and their email is on your account, and also you can, if you have any questions about what your commissions are, we are happy to answer that here in customer service. Another question we're getting, a lot of other questions we're getting, is about the devices. So we have a lot of people calling in about the AO Scan program. We are happy to answer any questions you have about the program, the updates, any updated information, anything about the AO Scan program. However, and our devices. However, if you choose to use your own device, we're not experts on all devices. We are only experts on the AO Scan device. So we can answer and support you any way we possibly can if you own that AO Scan device. And we have plenty for sale. If you don't have one right now, for optimal results, I would strongly suggest getting one of those AO Scan devices in your hands. One other question we're getting a lot of is about the Solex University. The best way to access that login is in the back office on that home page. There's a banner that blinks through. You can either hit those arrows to access it or wait till it just pops up. And as soon as you see it, click anywhere on that banner and it will take you to that login page. So make sure you go into the Solex University and get that basic training over with and get to be the expert of the Solex University. Next, we will hear from Jessica and Emanuel Zevallos. They were here at corporate visiting and have been so gracious to share some of their tips that they have. I hope you love it.
Hi guys, it's Jess and Emanuel. We have a huge secret that we are going to tell you. This business is all about building relationships, and I want to tell you about an amazing experience that we had during the day of discovery. My upline, Juliana, she rented a home for us all to stay in together, and it was so much fun. He came with us. It was great being able to have that personal relationships, meeting them in person. So we stayed overnight with all of them. We went to the amazing day of discovery, and then the day after that, we had a whole team event that Juliana put together. She had me try and get as many people from my team as I could. She got as many people from her team as she could, and it was a great turnout. We loved getting together with everyone, meeting them in person, sharing just different things that we've enjoyed about the day of discovery and different things that we've been doing in our businesses that we see are working out. And I learned a ton from that event. We had some amazing speakers. One was my amazing husband. He came and he provided some amazing advice on kind of the A to Z of closing somebody without totally attacking people on social media. Like, we don't want to do that. Make sure you're not doing that. So he has some great advice of different things that we can do to help with that. So I'll turn over to you.
So I'm so grateful to be able to share just some tips in regards to A to Z on how to go out there and really build a big business. And like Jessica said before, and it's all about building relationships. We don't want to be weird out there. We want to be normal, right? So unless you're a weirdo, then just stay weird. But one of the first things is form. So you want to, I don't know if there's going to be FORM here, but if not, it's okay. So form stands for family, occupation, recreation, motivation. And really, when you get to know someone, let's say you haven't talked with someone for like a really long time, it's kind of weird to just say, hey, do you know about AOScan if you're messaging them on Facebook, right? So you want to be normal, again, be normal. And the first thing you want to do is just say, hey, how's your family? See what they're doing for work because you haven't caught up in a while. What do they do for fun? It's important to know, what they're doing for fun. Number 4 is what's their motivation? Maybe they have some goals and they don't know how to reach it. And so you're always kind of listening in, because people like to tune into that radio station, WIIFM, which stands for What's in It for Me. So always just kind of listen to them. It's not about you at all. And if they do ask what you're doing, maybe mention AOScan really quickly, but then go back to talking about them. As you build that relationship, maybe weeks down the road, you can introduce them to what you're doing. So that's number 1 tip is form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Number 2, how many of you guys would like to get into like a flow of things? Like, how many people should I talk to today? Or how many people should I talk to tomorrow? I'm super consistent one week, but then the other 3 weeks, not so much, right? Well, this is a really simple system. So there's 2, 5, 10. So if you're spare time, try to make a goal to talk to just 2 people a day. Just make contact with 2 people a day. Make friends, right? You're not trying to recruit, just make friends. 5 means you're part-time. So if you want to go part-time or you are part-time, then just at least contact 5 people. Connect with 5 people that day. And if you're full-time, you should be connecting with at least 10 people. You're full-time, It's like, otherwise you're just sitting at a desk doing nothing, So 2, 5, 10, that's kind of like my rule of thumb. And then the third tip is like, how do I talk to them? What do I say? You guys get nervous about that? How many of you guys get nervous about that? I do. One of the things that, did you raise your hand?
I did.
Okay, cool. So there's the 1, 5, 10 rule. So there's a couple of rules here, right? 2, 5, 10 is like the frequency of how many people I talk to. The 1, 5, 10 is like who you're talking with. So let's say I'm a 5, okay? Jess is a 5, so she's like my best friend, my soulmate. So she's like my 5. 10 would be like somebody you look up to and you respect, okay? A 1 is someone that you have a lot of influence over. Okay, so there's 3 types of people. Your 1s, your 5s, people are kind of skeptical a little bit. The 10s, you look up to them, okay? Now, the way you talk to them is very, very different. You don't talk to my dad, who's a doctor, to the same person that you can get to watch a movie the next day and they don't even care what movie it is. Like, you want to talk to them differently. So with the 1s, you probably have friends that would love you if you invited them to go to the gym, or they go to a movie, like I said, and they don't even know what the movie is, but they just want to go with you because they love you. Maybe you're stranded in the desert, 3 states away. They'll pick you up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You have your 1s. You have a lot of influence over, and they love you just because they love you, right? Those are people you should just be very direct and just say, hey, obviously you guys are friends, right? So just say, have you heard about AOScan? Let me give you a free session or whatever you do to kind of introduce it to them. Be more direct with them. So those are your 1s. Then they're your 5s. These are most of your friends. And now, again, before I go to the 5s, the 1s, you probably have only a handful of them. Don't think you have like 20 1s. You really don't. You probably only have like within your hand, right? With your 5s, this is probably your 80% of your contacts are your 5s. These are your friends. They knew you worked at Starbucks last year. They knew you came from corporate America. All of a sudden, you're AOScan fan, So they're kind of skeptical. They maybe have a lot of questions and things like that. With them, you want to introduce them to the AOScan, maybe give them a free intro session. But then you want to ask them, do you know anyone who might be interested in this type of device? I really need your help to kind of open up your contact list. Maybe you know people that might be interested. So why do you want to do that? Is because it kind of takes the pressure off them and takes the pressure off you. It's called the indirect approach. You may want to write that down. So indirect approach, you don't want to be direct with your friends because you don't want to be part of the NFL club, which means no friends left club, okay? And so with these people, you're just indirect. You can say, even when you're mentioning that there's like an introduction thing, you could say, maybe you can help me out and refer people to me in the future. That's why I'm giving you an introduction session, okay? And then at the end of it, stay cool, be James Bond and be like, hey, so how'd you enjoy it? Oh, this is awesome, amazing. Yeah, do you know anyone still that might be interested in this? So you see how it was indirect at the beginning, indirect at the end. They'll love you for it. So they're like, wow, no pressure, no sales. And they'll call themselves out if they want the product. Then there's the 10s. Those are my father's. You want to use words like my father, for example, is an oncologist, and he's looking at me like, what is this device? I'm a doctor. I'm very successful. La la la. You know, so you want to say something like, "Hey, Dad, I really respect your opinion. You know, I know you're very business minded, and you know, you're very intelligent." And so you're kind of complimenting the 10s because they're successful real estate agents, they're millionaires, they're doctors. These are the people that you actually really want in your business, but maybe you're kind of nervous to talk to them. All you really need to ask for is their help. So you want to write that down as, "I need your help. I respect your opinion. Maybe you could look into this device that I've been looking into, and I want to give you a free scan. Maybe you might know someone who's interested." Again, with the 10s, it's indirect. The 5s is indirect, and the 1s are direct. Does that make sense? Okay, so the fourth thing is about how to have sort of proper etiquette with social media. So how many of you guys have friends that all they do is post now what their business is all about? And there is something called unfollow, where you won't see their news feed anymore because it's just too much. You drank the Kool-Aid. You don't want to do that. So again, guys, be normal. Back to the normal. The first thing you want to do is do a 1-in-5 ratio. So 1-in-5 ratio means this, is that out of 5 different posts that you make, 1 of them make it about AOScan. So 4 of them could be family, could be a cool quote, maybe a book you're reading, maybe that amazing food you just ate with your partner, whatever. Just don't make it about business, and then do 1 post that's about AOScan. So you're kind of piquing their interest, but you're not vomiting on them. They're going like, "Oh, all she posts about is AOScan and AOScan. I just can't, I'm not even interested anymore." And they will literally unfollow you, and they won't see any of your posts anymore. So you don't want to do that. Again, entering the NFL club, no friends left club. Don't do that. And then the 5th tip I want to give you is that a lot of people get sort of impatient with the recruiting process. So I'm going to give you guys something to make you breathe, to realize it is a process. So I want you guys to close your eyes and think about who brought you in this business, and was it an immediate thing or did it take some time? And most of you guys would say that it took some time. It wasn't just overnight. Some of you guys, yes, but most of you guys, it took some time. You had to look at some blogs. You had to look at a video. You had to talk to, some uplines. So it was a process, right? So what you want to do is if you have a paper with you, maybe draw these little symbols here. And this will really help you have to kind of just really relax about the recruiting phase, okay? The first thing is you want to draw an ear, okay? So draw like a little ear there. You don't have to be a good artist, okay? So just draw like a little ear. The second thing is draw an eyeball, just one little eyeball. The third thing is draw like a little magazine or like a little book. And the fourth thing is draw like a bunch of stick figures together. Okay, so why am I telling you to do that? Is because the first thing is that people haven't gone through the whole process of looking into information unless they've seen what you've seen, they haven't heard what you've heard, they haven't read what you've read, and they haven't met the people that you've met. So until they go through that process, trust me, some of your people that are really right about to get in, they've only met someone, they've seen something. But what if they need to read something, and what if they need to come to an event where they can see, wow, this is a real thing. So just know that if they haven't gone through that process, you have to be patient with them just the same way they were patient with you. So make sure that should make you feel really relaxed about recruiting, because you'll understand everyone's kind of on this sort of food chain, and they're kind of going across like a factory, and they have to go through their process before they finally are, man, this is amazing, and now they're wearing a cape with it and everything, So I'm so grateful for you guys listening in. Hopefully these tips resonated with you. Take the ones that that really resonate with you and just run with it. Hopefully these steps will help you out in building a really great business where you're actually building relationships. And we look forward to seeing you soon at the next event.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, what did you think of the update this week? Isn't that kind of cool? You got some information pages. On every single one of your screens, there's a little question mark, kind of give you a little bit of information if you're a little rusty on doing something. Or particularly when that's good is when you're handing your device to someone else or you're letting them use it. It gives them the ability to look for themselves to see what they can do and how to do it. So that's one of the things that's there. And those things will continue to evolve as the program evolves. Those will change from time to time when the modules change as well. But the feedback so far has been positive, and that we really appreciate, because that's what we're trying to do, is make you guys happy. This program, I'll reiterate it again, this program is not beta. It is living, which means it's always going to be expanding, changing, growing, being modified. You need to understand that that's how this program works, and that's what is going to make this program so valuable to you over time, is that it will grow with you and with your needs and with your experience. We love working with this program, and it makes us so happy when we hear the feedback coming back that you like what you see. So we will continue to do that, and please keep your comments coming, because those comments have helped us immensely over the last few months and definitely over the last few updates to help make this thing better for you. Now, the other thing that's going to help make this better is technology. And as technology continues to improve and get faster, our program will be able to do more and more and in shorter periods of time. So as we talked about the programs, we changed the order a little bit, and we put Quick Scan at the very top of your menu page, and then Easy Scan, and then your Inner Voice Vitals and Comprehensive and Cephy. Quick Scan is 15 seconds. That's it. Everybody's got 15 seconds. You got 15 seconds multiple times during the day. What it does, though, just so you understand, is it's only going to analyze the highest and the lowest frequencies in your voice, in the inner voice portion, and give you the colors, if it's in the morning, of the glasses you'd want to wear. It's going to give you your supplements if you've listed them if you've loaded them in your program. And it's going to give you a 3-minute piece of music that should resonate with you at that moment in time to help boost you in that time of the day. If you're doing a quick scan in the afternoon or evening, it will not give you your glasses. So it's not a mistake, it's on purpose. We want you to have those glasses in the morning. Your next one is Easy Scan. Easy Scan is 6 minutes, a little bit longer than 15 seconds, but still quick. That one's going to do the same thing. It's going to give you your colors for your glasses, and that will give it to you throughout the afternoon or in the evening as well. If you're doing an Easy Scan, it will always show you the colors available for your glasses. The thing what it does, when you look at your report on Easy Scan, it shows you only the reds, the 1s and the 9s. That doesn't mean you're really, really bad. It's just showing you the things that just didn't have a change when you did your optimization, and these are the areas that you need to pay attention to. If you email that report to you, you'll see that it scanned everything. Okay, so now when you do the modules independently, Inner Voice, Vitals, and Comprehensive, they're a little bit more in depth because we're able to multi-pass the scan. In other words, we scan it multiple times before we give you the results. Whereas in Quick Scan and Easy Scan, it's a scan, one pass through, and there's the results. So we get a little deeper, kind of like a CT. You can go in and they have a 16 slice, a 32 slice, a 64 slice. They're all a CT. They're all doing a scan. Some just give you a little more resolution. So when you do your voice, your vitals, and your comprehensive independently, you're going to get kind of like the 64 slice version of that scan. I hope that clears that up a little bit. So one of the questions that comes up is, okay, so I've got a quick scan and I've got an easy scan, and then I've got the 3 independent inner voice, vitals, and comprehensive. Why would I need to do any of them more than once or twice? So let me explain. Quick scan is just something very quick in the morning. You need to know what your glasses are going to be, what supplements you need to take, get your little 3-minute charger going, and hit the road. Easy Scan, on the other hand, will give you your full inner voice, all 4 frequencies out of range, your colors, your supplement suggestions, and a quick scan of vitals, comprehensive, chakras, and meridians. Now when you jump into your full inner voice, your full vitals, and your full comprehensive, those are things you're going to do not as often now that you have your quick scan and your easy scan. But here's the thing. You can use them every day. It's not going to hurt you. Like I said in the beginning, a long time ago, this isn't going to hurt you. It can make you tired if you do too many optimizations, but scanning is not going to hurt you. But find your pace. Find what your body responds well to. If you're really under a lot of stress and your immune system's down, you may want to scan more often and maybe deeper scans and just kind of see what's making the loudest noise. If you're moving along pretty well, things are going well, not under a lot of stress, you might get by with just doing some easy scans or quick scans, and then maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks do some of the other ones. Find your speed. There's no right or wrong, just yours. Find what it is. Listen to your body. It speaks to you. So learn to listen and learn to follow that. Now, a couple of the other questions that have come in. One came in, somebody had said that when they did their inner voice, their high frequency that was out, the balancing frequency was the same as their low frequency that was out. So they're basically listening to both of those frequencies to balance those. That doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. It just means that you're having frequency disruptions in both of those emotional conflicts, and they're just conflicts. So that's not something wrong. It's just every once in a while, the yin and the yang need to be balanced, and that sometimes comes up. So that's normal, just not very regular, but it is normal. Listening to your superchargers and your morning and evening scan music, and especially your inner voice. Always, please listen to those with either good earbuds or good stereo headphones. Because like I said, the information going in one ear is entirely different than the information going in the other ear. And the brain does a magical thing because it listens to the information that's in between those two. When you listen to those with speakers, you lose that portion of what's coming through on those particular pieces of music. Similar to binaural beats, some of you know what that is. It is not binaural beats, but it's the same principle. So when you're doing those, listen with good quality headphones, okay? Whenever possible. Okay, I hope that gives you some meat to work with this week. As always, we appreciate you. And as a whole, let's keep changing this world one frequency at a time. Till next week. See ya.
Deb, it was great having you on the call tonight. Thanks for being here. Thanks for contributing to our information and helping us along.
And Deb, you haven't been on for a long time. I think it's your turn to give something away. What do you think?
Yes.
Great idea. I think we should give away a coin.
Wow.
What do you say?
Okay.
A coin.
Do you know what happens when you have a coin? When you have a legacy coin? You get to be a part of the legacy group, which has a lot of benefits. For those of you that came to the Day of Discovery last time, you definitely know what that is.
Yeah. Special dinners, special meetings, Q&As, things like that. And it's a limited group. Once you have a coin, once the coins are gone, they're gone.
They're gone.
So that will be the legacy group. And guess what? This next Day of Discovery, guess what we're doing? We're having a legacy dinner.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Big
was
one.
at the last one.
Yeah.
For those that have the coin, they get to come. So,
Kai, tell them what they got to do.
all right, the rules. Rules for this one on this call when it's posted on YouTube. Go in, like the call, leave a comment about something you learned in the call, something great about what Deb presented. How about that?
There you go.
You know, something along those lines. And we'll draw from those names, those people who liked it and commented. And next week we'll draw.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Looking up there and they go bang, bang, bang. Stop it.
Sugar, you're going to make me say a bad word.
To help with that, so I'll turn over to you.
I'm like, what do I know?
I thought you were ready.
Nice guy.
All right. Just got to get the blood pumping.